Hello, welcome to another episode of Arts and Crafts with Zoo Dark. I'm your host, Zoo Dark. I am joined today by Creeple Magazine's sexiest corpse alive, Nikky fucking Casket. Nikky, say hello.
What's up, everybody? How's it going?
Nikky
Did
is
I say
yeah, man, go ahead. Tell people who you are. If they don't know you, I'm sure they do, but tell them who you are anyways.
so? I'm Nikky Casket. I am a singer, songwriter. I do guitar for 5 Cent Freakshow, horror punk band. We're based in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. So yeah, man, I'm honored to be on this podcast with you. I appreciate that.
Oh, of course, dude. I was talking to Rick Retreat 2 weeks ago, and he was like, dude, we were talking about like the most attractive people in the horror punk scene, and your name came up
Oh,
like top of the list. We were both like, we're man crushing hard on Nikky Casket.
oh, that means the fucking world. I appreciate that.
Of course, man. Okay, so 5 Cent Freak Show, Canadian horror punk, man. Tell me a little bit about that scene. What do you got going on up there?
So in Canada, I find the horror punk scene in the States is a lot bigger than Canada. Up here, we have a few. It's kind of more few and far between. We got Nim Vind is a huge like influence of us, and they're actually really good friends of ours, Nim Vind. But from where we're from, Calgary, Alberta, it's not a lot of horror punk. The Conniving Cadavers is one of the local bands actually. And Cannabis Cadaver is kind of fucking like way back before we even were in a band. We were listening to the Cannabis Cadavers, and they're kind of local talent. But it is in terms of like horror punk, it's kind of like more few and far between in Calgary.
Okay, as far as the punk scene up there goes, outside of horror punk, is there kind of a thriving punk scene or no?
Oh yeah. There's a really good punk scene in Calgary, and as well as a metal scene too. They got some really fucking awesome punk and metal bands in Calgary. Absolutely, that's
Dope.
thriving.
Dope.
Yeah,
Fuck
fuck
yeah.
yeah.
Good to hear. So I'm imagining you guys are playing a lot of shows with metal bands, a lot of punk bands. Do you guys get more attention because you are horror based, like kind of more horror punk?
Well, see, that's the thing, man. Especially with HorrorCon, we did Calgary HorrorCon. It's a big kind of fucking HorrorCon convention. There's a lot of fucking pretty much a bunch of horror nuts all in one area. It's like a big fucking family. But yeah, we seem to go pretty well with anybody we get placed on. In the upright bass, we kind of like we can get placed on a fucking psychobilly show or like a rockabilly show, and then we have that like kind of fucking energy to us that we can get put on like a metal band bill, and we'll find friends everywhere. So that's kind of the cool thing about it, and the face paint and everything that kind of like we do as a band, it kind of like it intrigues people, and they want to fucking know like what the fuck is this about. Like there's a big fucking clown with a big fucking upright bass walking into here, right? And it's like they're gonna be like, what the fuck's going on with these guys, right? So it kind of helps to our advantage for sure.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So why horror punk? What made you want to do horror punk?
Oh man, the Misfits, dude, the Misfits. Doyle Wolfgang von Frankenstein. As soon as I fucking saw the Misfits, I didn't see them live, but saw music videos and just like heard horror punk. Actually, Bilo von Gacy, he introduced me to the Misfits. And ever since then, I was like hooked. I used to listen to black metal all the time. Like that's all I would listen to was black metal. But Bilo showed me the Misfits, and it was like destiny, man. Yeah, it was the
Okay.
Misfits that kind of influenced us. Yeah,
Okay. Misfits. So when you first heard the Misfits, did you hear Danzig Misfits first, or did you hear Graves Misfits?
I heard Graves Misfits first. Actually, it was I want to say it was Scream was the first song I heard. Scream, and then Dig Up Her Bones, and then I kind of went from there. And I had an ex girlfriend that was like, "Oh, you like the Misfits?" And she started playing Danzig era Misfits. I was like, this ain't the fucking Misfits. This is not the fucking Misfits. That's all I knew was the grave shit, right? But yeah, as soon as I started listening into it, I was a fan. I'm a huge Danzig fan. I'm a big Danzig fanboy.
I'm gonna put you on the spot right now. Do you prefer Graves or Danzig?
Oh, Danzig, hands down. Danzig,
Okay.
hands down. I fucking love Danzig, man.
Okay. So how excited were you when you found out that they were getting the band back together and actually going out and doing tours? Did they come up to Canada?
Man, they did not come up to Canada, but the
Fuckers.
last time when they came to Calgary, Danzig came to Calgary, and he did a Danzig Legacy. So they had like Danzig do some fucking original Danzig songs, Sam Hain, and then Doyle Wolfgang von Frankenstein came out and did some fucking Misfits songs. So that's the closest that I've fucking seen to the original Misfits. But I wish I could fucking see them, like, the reunion shows, man. That would be, yeah, that would be really cool.
I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna break your heart a little bit. So
Oh, what's
I'm
that,
gonna
man?
oh dude, I haven't told anybody this except for the people that were with me, but let's see what year would it have been. 20, I guess it was 2018. I went and saw them in Los Angeles. They played this giant fucking arena. They played with the Distillers, Rise Against, and somebody else. I think it was Anti-Flag.
Yeah.
Distillers were fucking great. Rise Against is incredible live. The Misfits were really good, except Glenn Danzig's voice is shut the fuck out. Shut the fuck out.
Oh no.
I feel the hate coming through right now, dude, from the future listeners of this. They're gonna fucking skin me alive. But dude, it is what it is. The guy he gives it 110% every time he performs for the last what, 50, almost 50 years now?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, shit can't last forever. I don't care how well trained you are or whatever, but you could just hear his fucking vocal cords are just like begging for death. And I love Glenn Danzig. I love Danzig. I
Yeah.
love Sam Hain. I love Misfits, but you can just hear the age, bro. It has caught up with him.
Oh shit, eh?
It,
That's but now I have a question for you.
sure.
Given the opportunity, would you go see them again?
Here's what I would say. Here's what I'd propose to that. I think that barring Dr. Chud, I would really love to see this version of the Misfits that I just saw with Graves, or less popular opinion, I would even still go see them with Mike Hideous. I think either one of those guys, because they're both still young in their prime. I mean, Graves is getting up there in age, but he is just born to be a fucking frontman, dude. When I first saw you, the first time I ever saw a photo of you, I was like, this dude is like the fucking street dangerous version of Graves. That's like the first thing
dude,
I thought about.
I appreciate that, man. That's the Wish version.
No. I think Michael Graves, and again, unpopular opinion, Michael Graves might be the Wish version of Nikky Casket. Don't tell Michael Graves.
Oh man, you're making me blush now, dude.
You can't see it. You have good lighting. You have good lighting. Yeah, dude. I mean, Graves, obviously he came under fire in 2020. He said some stupid shit, did some stupid things. He was kind of blackballed from the horror punk scene, which is really unfortunate because the dude had a lot to bring artistically to the table. Who he is as a person, his opinions, political leanings, all that shit. I don't care about that. That doesn't matter. That doesn't come through in the music. So when that happened, I knew at that moment that there was no way there was going to ever be a Misfits reunion tour with Graves and Chud. And Chud has his own thing too. He's a pretty out there dude. So it's unfortunate that will never happen because again, I think they weren't done. I feel like they had more to bring to the world, especially with Doyle and Graves kind of being on what felt like the same page artistically. Like when they would write songs, you could tell they really fucking vibed off each other.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And Famous Monsters, dude, like, again, unpopular opinion, that's my favorite Misfits album. Again, I love Danzig Misfits, but it's a different thing. It's not the same band.
Yeah. No, actually now I gotta pose you with a on the spot question, man. Would you pick Danzig or Graves?
Depends on my mood. I think if
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Right on.
If I'm angry, Danzig. If I want to sing along with it, Graves.
Right on, man. Respect.
So do you guys do any Misfits cover tunes in your live sets?
Oh man. So the band that we were in before, it was consisted of Bilo, Steve, and I as well. We were all on different instruments except Steve, but we did fucking like every like Danzig era Misfits cover imaginable. And after that, Bilo's like, you know what? I don't want to do any more Misfits covers. He's like, that's all like played out for me. So I was like, yeah, Respect, man. But I'm pushing for something. I want to push for at least one Misfits cover because they're awesome to play, man, and it's fun. You know, everybody fucking loves singing along to it as well, man. I'm pushing for it. I'm pushing for it.
I'm here for you, man. I'm rooting for you. What was your were you singing for that band?
Actually, Bila was singing for that band.
Oh,
Yeah, and I was doing just the guitar for that
did you
band. Steve was on drums, and yeah, man, yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. It was our first kind of band, so there was a lot of like lessons to learn and shit like that, and you know, where do we all fit? But yeah, no, it was a blast, man. But unfortunately, we played a lot of Misfits covers in that band, so
well, they're like I said, man, they're easy to learn, they're fun to play, people know them. So if you were to do that with 5 Cent Freak Show, being the singer of 5 Cent Freak Show, what Misfits song would you love to do? And which Misfits song would you hate to do? Like be afraid to do?
oh man, that is a loaded question. You know what? I would personally, man, I would say "Die Die My Darling." I would just love to sing that one. I know it's not really our style, but Earth AD is my favorite album.
Okay.
Just personally, but I would say "Devil Lock" would be like just fucking punch you in the face, kind of raw, fucking like passion with that song. I feel, you know, like I would love to fucking do Devil Lock or "Die Die My Darling."
Hell
But
yeah.
the one that I would hate to do.
Not hate, not necessarily hate. The one that would intimidate you, that you'd be like, fuck, I don't know if I can bring it with this song.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Technically all the above, but technically speaking, but oh man. I would say last caress. I've sung Last Caress before, but that is a song that I feel that I have never fucking been able to like just conquer. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I like Danzig's voice in general is fucking amazing, but on that song it's so it's incredible, man. And I don't think I have it in me to get to like make it the exact same, but I would still give it a shot though. I would give it a shot, but I that one would fucking intimidate me
Yeah.
for sure.
Dude, it's because it's so open and simple. Like there's not a ton of music shit happening. It's like you really got to bring the vocal delivery. And there were, I'm trying to think of how many. I've heard probably 50 or 60 covers of that song. There's two notable ones though that stick out that a lot of people know. There was Metallica's version of it, and then there was AFI's version of it. Of the two of them, I think Metallica did it better, but they were so different than the original, dude. Because Danzig had that like crooning thing going on, or he was really clean, but he could get his voice way the fuck up there.
Yeah, yeah, totally, dude. I didn't know that AFI had a Last Caress cover.
They do. It's on the vinyl. You can find it online now because everything's online. But it was on the vinyl for Answer That and Stay Fashionable.
No fucking shit,
Yes.
dude. Okay, I gotta fucking check that out. I know they did a Halloween cover of Halloween on All Hallows EP, and dude, that is probably like my favorite Misfits cover that I've heard personally. They just fucking dominated that song. It was awesome. Yeah, they killed it. I love AFI, the old AFI, but I didn't know that's crazy, man. I appreciate that, dude.
Oh, I got here. I'll give you a couple more, bro. I'll give you a couple more. If you like Halloween, Alkaline Trio did a version of Halloween. Have you heard that?
I did not. I've actually no. I've seen. I've on YouTube. I've seen that they had a cover, but I actually haven't checked it out. Is it like?
It's different. It's like slowed down piano, very like chamber music, vaudeville kind of gothic vibes. It's super fucking cool though. It's a very different take on it.
Oh, sick, dude. Okay, Alkaline Trio. I gotta check that out, man. I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
bro.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I got you. And then one more for you. AFI covered Demonomania. I don't know if you've ever heard that.
I did not fucking know that either.
Yeah.
Dude, why did I not fucking know this shit? That's crazy.
Oh, and then one more. They also covered We Bite.
Nice. Oh, dude. Yeah. Okay. I would love to fucking see AFI live too, as well. That would be really fucking cool. But the old AFI, I click with that, you know. The first time I heard AFI actually, it was like when they were on MTV with fucking Miss Murder.
Okay.
And that was like the first thing I heard of AFI, and I really liked it. I personally really dig that song. And yeah, one of my buddies was like, "Did you hear old AFI?" And I had no idea that that was like the old AFI, man. But it was just like it's fucking bumping, man. I love that shit. That's awesome,
Bro, it's so different too. It's like two different bands. When you hear like Shut Your Mouth and Open Your, or even like the later shit like Black Sails and the Sunset, like you hear Malleus Maleficarum versus like fucking Love Like Winter. Like,
oh yeah.
two fucking different bands, bro. And their recent stuff is like, it's fine. It's not what it was. Cause like Sing the Sorrows, when I found him, I was how old would I have been? I guess I was like 15. And Sing the Sorrow had just come out, and they had Girls Not Grey was on TV. And I was like, who is this pretty girl singing, man? And then I found out it was a dude. And then and then I went out, got the CD, and then just like fell in love. They were like my first favorite like band. Like I'm assuming that moment you had with the Misfits where it was just like the fucking gates of heaven opened and like, oh, the lights and shit.
Yep. Dude, totally.
Yeah, you just feel like a band is like, oh, this band was made for me. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah, bro. And they were so good, and now they're so mediocre. Like they're not a bad band, but they're if I heard them today for the first time, I'd be like, oh, okay, it's kind of like a cool alternative rock band, you know?
Yep. Absolutely. Yep. That's Blitzkid is another one of my like all-time favorites. I fucking idolize Goolsby. Goolsby is like that is what I would love to be. That's what I strive to be. You know, he's a really good role model and really cool dude too. He's I was like, I'm still fucking mind blown every time that I talk to him. But whenever he gives me advice and stuff like that, he's like super down to earth and super cool. He's just, you know, he's a really fucking awesome, talented dude, and he connects really well with his fans, and that's what I strive to be as a musician and as like a human being in general, man. And yeah, Blitzkid's fucking awesome. I could talk forever about how much I love fucking Blitzkid.
Let's get into Blitzkid a little bit, bro. Let's talk about
hell yeah, dude.
Specifically, let's talk about Argyle Goolsby and the what was the band he was with? The Roving Midnight.
Yep.
So, have you? I know he comes up there every once in a blue moon because him and Nim Vind are buddies, and they do lots of shows together. Have you ever gotten to catch Goolsby live with the Roving Midnight?
We 5 Cent. We played with Argyle Goolsby and the Roving Midnight and Nim Vind when they were on tour with Michael Graves, actually.
Oh.
So we played with them in Calgary here, and as well as Red Deer. So that was the first time I ever met Goolsby. Was that those two shows, and it's just incredible. He's not only is he like incredibly talented, he is like an incredible performer. Like he's like just all over the place, man. It's like it's fucking wild, dude. His show, it is just it's something to just behold. You're so immersed in it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. It's fucking it's awesome, man. It's awesome. It's incredible, and I love his work in any regard.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. What's your favorite trick that he does on stage? He does all those little like magic tricks, and he fucking does the hanging thing where he's hanging from the rafters and shit.
Yeah. I would say when he's on the microphone, he kind of like goes like on like a gargoyle on the fucking like microphone. That is like probably the coolest fucking thing, and I don't know, man. I want to say that he did this like flash fucking paper shit. Yeah, like a flash paper or something like that. I want to say maybe I'm getting confused, and like anybody correct me if I'm fucking wrong here, but I think that he did like a flash paper kind of the thing, and I think that was like really fucking cool. That was but definitely the microphone stand, man. I was like, how the fuck are you doing that, man? You're a god. We're not worthy.
Well, dude, I was with a girl at the time. We went down there and saw him, and went down there. I didn't even tell you where we were. We were in San Diego, down in California, and there was a band I'm not going to name because they were not very good, and I don't want to give them any credit.
Yeah.
Singer was a douchebag. But then another band that we both know, Rick or Treat's band, the Writhers, they opened. And then
Oh yeah.
Goolsby played, and I remember the girl I was with at the time, she was like, is this guy a real vampire? And I was like, I don't, why do you ask? She's like, well, he's like hanging off the rafters. He's defying gravity. He's like standing on a fucking microphone pole. He's setting fires with his hands. He just made a metal rod come out of nowhere. And I'm like, oh no, that's just Goolsby.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
That's awesome, man.
so what?
Did you
Yeah,
sorry,
go ahead.
sorry.
No, you go.
I was just gonna ask, did you catch Blitzkid when they were touring, man? Did you catch any Blitz? You what? Yeah, yeah, right on, man.
I did, yeah, bro. They played with the Writhers once again, Rick and Treat's band. We were
Yep.
in where the fuck were we? We were in Fullerton, I think, or somewhere in Orange County. But yeah, I was okay, I'm gonna try to remember the lineup. Blitzkid for sure, Writhers for sure. Fuck, there was another band, dude. They were really good. I can't remember they're like you might know them. They're kind of like pop punk, but they're horror punk also. Singer wears the sideways hat and like they have like kind of the Blink 182 thing going on, but like goth.
Oh,
Fuck, what is their name?
oh man, I probably know. If you show me a picture of him, I'd fucking know. I'm almost guaranteed. But
Okay, keep talking. I'm gonna pull this up super quick on Instagram. Keep talking.
yeah, no worries, no worries.
Where did you
Actually, the Writhers are another band that I am fucking super stoked to play with. I'm like Rick Treat's my boy. I fucking love Rick Treat. He's like a brother to me. Yeah, and we when we're going on tour with Evelyn's Casket and Darker Days, we're doing Cemetery Youth Part 2. We're gonna be fucking ripping it up with the Writhers, and I'm gonna be able to meet the Writhers in person finally after all these years. And Rick Treat, I'm fucking super jacked to meet him as well too. That's awesome.
You better watch out, man. He's gonna give you those or those really long hugs. You know, where he grips a little too tight.
I am okay with that. With Rick Treat, I am okay with that. I'll just fucking say that.
No, he's a great dude, man. We've been friends for shit. What years is it now? 2023. About 6 years. I met him at a Calabrese show of all things.
Sick, dude.
Yeah, dude. They were
That's
playing with.
awesome.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We were playing. They were playing with Zombies. Have you ever heard of Zombies?
Oh, dude, I fucking love Zombies. Zombies is fucking one of my all-time favorites. Hands down, dude. Sick.
Really?
Oh, dude, I fucking Jared Smith, Jared the guitarist. He is one of my like top 3 biggest influences when it comes to guitar. And I've told him that many times. I'm such a fucking fanboy, man. I have the Wolfskin Killer t-shirt that I have. Dude, that goes with me. That's my lucky tour shirt. I will not do a tour without that shirt in my fucking bag or on my person. Like, I need that shirt with me. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like superstition, but like every time I fucking rock that shirt at a show, it's a fucking badass show, man. So I'm thinking it's a Zombie shirt, man. It's good luck for me, anyways.
Okay. So hold up. Quick question about the Zombie shirt then. Outside of playing a killer show in it, say you're off stage wearing your Wolfskin Killer shirt. Have you had any instance of like uncanny good luck or good fortune come upon you just wearing the shirt? Have you ever found like a $20 bill or the Canadian equivalent of a $20 bill?
Oh, dude. That is a good question because, like, honestly, that is like I wear that shirt like probably 69% of like my fucking outside of work. That's what I rock that shirt in. So like but any like really good good luck event, I can't place a hand on it, man. I'll have to think about it. I can guarantee you I can answer that, but I would have to fucking probably think about it a little bit.
Fair enough.
That's a really good question, man.
Well, thanks, bro. I appreciate it. I'm genuinely curious.
Yeah, Did you find out that name of that band that was playing with the Writhers?
I did. Twilight Creeps.
Twilight Creeps. I've fucking heard that name. I've totally fucking heard the name. Right on, man.
Yeah. I saw them and I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. It's like it's like I said, it's like horror punk Blink 182. They're very like skate punky. But
mm-hmm.
they were there. There was another band too, but I can't remember the lineup. But yeah, Blitzkid got on stage, did their thing. The fucking room, dude, it was like a sweat factory. There was like shoulder to shoulder, and it wasn't a super big room to begin with. It was like maybe like a 250 cap, and it was just shoulder to shoulder. We were packed in there like fucking sardines. Like I could smell the dude across the room because there was like a sweat chain happening. So
Oh yeah.
they fucking tore it up, dude. TV got up there and fucking did his jam. I've never seen him perform live. So that was pretty cool to see. It was also cool to see that he's lost some weight. He's gotten in shape a little bit. His voice is sounding more healthy. I'm like, go TB. That shit's dope, bro. I love when people get in shape and, you know, better themselves like that.
Yep, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah, no, that was a dream for me. Actually, I was doing a show with Evelyn's Casket. Massive shout out to Evelyn's Casket. They're my fucking boys. I love them. I love them. But yeah, they had me on to play with them when they were playing with Blitzkid in Seattle, man. So it was that was probably the biggest honor of my fucking life, man. Because not only are they my favorite band, but like Evelyn's Casket brought me on because they knew it was a dream for me, and it's like difficult to play in the States, like being a Canadian, man. Like there's a lot of like fees that we have to pay, and like P2 visas that we got to apply for just to play in the States, like legally play in the States. So it could cost upwards of like $1,000 to anywhere from like $1,000 to $3,000, depending if you need like late fees and shit like that. So it can be pricey, right? So but yeah, they fucking brought me on to play that show because they knew I fucking, you know, love Blitzkid and would kill to fucking do it. So massive shout out to them for doing that. That was super cool of them. So it was a dream, literally a dream come true, and I fucking love Evelyn's Casket. It was an amazing night for sure.
Damn, bro, that's incredible. So what the fuck, bro? It cost you $1 to $3 just to get down here. So like, have you guys you've toured down here, correct?
Yeah, oh yeah.
So
and it's man, it's that's the thing, right? Like you know, we sometimes get messages like, hey, do you want to play this like festival like coming up, blah 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 blah, and it's like we are gonna be having to be assholes and be like, so it's this like fucking absurd amount of money for like a fucking 45-minute set. We're sorry. There's like, you know, we wish that we could do something else, but it's unfortunately the way it is, man. But yeah, no, and actually Howie Wowie from Nim Vind, I saw him share a Facebook post saying that like the costs are going to go up. So like that would kind of suck a lot, like you know what I mean? But hopefully it doesn't, man. Hopefully it doesn't, because I love playing in the States, man. The States is my like home away from home, and everybody's so fucking awesome down there. It's awesome. Yeah.
we love Canadian people, dude. We're like we aspire to be more like Canada because people down here can get very angry and are very stressed out. When we see depictions of Canadians, we don't all know a Canadian, but when we see depictions of Canadians, they're so happy and so peaceful and so calm, and we're down here screaming at each other in traffic and shit. I think that we would all, I don't want to speak for everybody in America. A lot of people that I know in America would like to go up to Canada for a little while.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is. That's the thing. It's fucking cold up here. Like it is fucking cold up here, man. Like I ride motorcycles. I have a couple motorcycles, and that's like one of my favorite fucking pastimes. But like usually I can only ride them a couple months out of the year because it's like it's either so cold and there's so much fucking gravel on the road for like wintertime and shit like that. It's cold here all the time. I would love to fucking go down to like Texas or somewhere like Arizona where I can fucking ride a motorcycle year round. That's what I would want to do, man. That'd be fucking awesome.
Bro, that's such a different climate. You're like,
oh, dude, and it would kick my ass too. It would kick my fucking ass, but I'd love to go down there for sure.
I don't know, man. I feel you'd fit in like a fucking glove in honestly in either one of those states, but especially Texas. If you go down to like San Antonio area, bro.
Oh man. Well, see, I've heard like nonstop. Alberta is like the province or like state that I'm in, that like 5 Cent Freakshow's in it. And apparently, we are the Texas of Canada. So I feel that I would fucking fit in very well. down there. Maybe like I'd get my ass kicked by the heat, but I don't know, man. I'd love to fucking visit Texas regardless, or play in Texas, man, and I think that'd be really cool.
Dude, yeah, come check it out at least once. It is hot as fuck, but mostly in, the summer months where it's that's kind of America in general, bro. Like it gets you can safely assume it's probably going to be above 80 degrees on any given day in most states in the states. And that's like, it's not too hot, but it's not fucking Canada. I mean, like what's the average temperature out there in the winter?
Oh shit, dude. Okay, so we just had a cold snap and it was minus 40 Fahrenheit.
Minus 40?
Minus fucking 40. Dude, I almost got frostbite fucking starting my truck up. That was if it fucking started, man. It's like it's crazy. Usually it's not like that cold. That's like incredibly fucking cold, but this year's been like pretty cold. And I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a bitch when it comes to the cold weather. I'm a bitch. I like look like fucking Kenny from fucking South Park all the time. Fucking like that is me during the fucking winter, man.
Jeez. Okay, bro. Okay, what the fuck? Negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yep.
So this is a serious question. I live in California. I don't know if it's ever gone below zero in my lifetime. If it's that cold, say you're peeing outside, right?
Yeah.
Does it freeze midair or does it freeze quickly after it hits the ground?
I have actually never experienced that, man. I'm that is probably like if you go like up like way the fuck up north, like the fucking Yukon or like Alaska. I don't even know, maybe like or Antarctica or some fucking thing, but like in here, it's like it's cold, but I don't think I've ever like had like freezing pee before it hit the ground or like I've always wondered if you like fucking if it's like really cold and you fart, is it gonna like fucking like big fucking cloud? That I've always wondered too. That I've never experienced that either, but I don't know. There's those cold snaps though. I would maybe. I like hermit. I like fucking whenever it's that cold, I'm just like fuck this shit. I'm staying inside, man. Fuck that.
Jesus. Okay. So it gets cold there, is what you're telling me. What about in the summertime? What is a really hot day where you live?
Really hot day where I live, and I don't fucking know the conversion off my head, but it's plus 30, plus 35 Celsius, and now I fucking don't know what that converts to.
It's right around 80 degrees.
Okay. That is like a fucking hot day from where I'm at. That's like fucking shirt off on the fucking, motorcycle kind of a fucking day, man.
Yeah,
but what about in California? Because I've like that is my dream. I've always wanted to fucking go to California, man. How warm is it on like a really fucking warm day?
Here's what I'll say to you about California. California is two different states. Northern California and Southern California are different fucking places, dude. Northern California, a hot day up by like, say Redding, like one of the first cities you get into when you cross the border down from Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
A hot day up there is similar to what it would be in Alberta, probably 80, 85, 90 degrees. You come down where I'm at, I'm in what's called the high desert. So in our area, it was less than 6 months ago, dude. It was probably 119.
Holy shit.
You can cook eggs on the blacktop when it gets hot enough.
A couple weeks ago.
A couple months ago. A couple months ago.
Oh, a couple months ago. Dude, still, man. Holy shit. That's wild, man. That is fucking. Now, just out of curiosity, I'm terrible with geography and shit, but where is that compared to Los Angeles?
Pretty close. You're not far off. So LA is from where I live. LA is about with decent traffic, like probably an hour west. So we're more inland, more towards the east.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, LA gets hot as fuck too, though, dude. It's a concrete jungle too. That's just glass and concrete everywhere for fucking miles. So the heat just bounces and radiates, and the gas from the cars and the fucking exhaust and shit never goes anywhere. It gets trapped. Like LA is a cool place to visit, not a cool place to live.
Okay, because I'm very curious about that because we for that Cemetery Youth tour with Darker Days, 5 Cent, and Evelyn's Casket, we're gonna be doing a stop in California, or a few stops in California, and that's gonna be in April. So hopefully, I'm very curious. We might die because the last time I was in we were doing Tennessee when I was on tour with Evelyn's Casket. We went to I fucking love Tennessee. It is like one of the most beautiful places I've ever fucking seen. But like, I got out of the shower, dude. I could not get fucking dry. I could maybe it's just because I'm like used to the fucking climate in Calgary here, and it's like really fucking dry up here. But dude, I could not get fucking dry for the life of me. I don't know.
Dude,
so
it's humid. It's humid.
Yeah, oh yeah,
fuck out there. No, California's pretty dry. You'll be all right. You'll be able to dry off here.
Okay, I like it, man. I like it.
I would say, but if you guys are going to be in California for more than a day, if you're going to do a couple stops, I would definitely do at least one in Northern California, like San Francisco area, if you can book it up there, or Oakland or one of those areas, and then do Los Angeles and try to shoot for San Diego. Rick or Treat and the Writhers can help you. They can get you into those venues in San Diego.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I'd have to double check the itinerary, but I'm pretty sure we are playing San Diego towards the end of the tour, and I think that's what we're going to be doing with the Writhers too.
Beautiful.
So
I will be there. If you guys do that, I will be there.
Sick, dude. Oh, I'm fucking stoked to meet you too, man. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, bro.
I can't wait, man.
Yeah, when I found out you guys were in Canada, I was like, fuck, because like I like horror punk. I've been in horror punk for what even year is it anymore? In 2023. Pretty close to 20 years. I've been in a horror punk band for almost 20 years, and I was a kid when I found it, and I loved it, and I became obsessed with it, and I would just seek out every horror punk band, and that's why me and Rick got along so well when we first met, because Rick does the same shit. We're nerds, so
yeah.
I still keep my eye out because we're in this kind of like recession right now with horror punk. There's not a lot of new horror punk bands. A lot of old bands are coming back. They're putting out new stuff, but there's not a lot of new horror punk bands. So when I found you guys, I was like, dope. Where are they playing? Fuck, they're in Canada.
Yeah. Well, if you ever want to come to fucking Canada, man, and catch a show, like, you just let me know, man. You let me know.
Oh, dude.
I'll hook you up, man. I'll give you some fucking good poutine and maple syrup, man. You'll be in good hands, man.
Bro, you did not just poutine and maple syrup. Let's talk about this real quick. All right. Okay. In America, we love stereotypes.
Yeah.
They make life easier, but a lot of the time they're bullshit. How true is it? How true is the popularity of poutine and maple syrup in Canada?
Dude, it is pretty fucking real, man. Now personally, I can't speak to poutine. I'm lactose intolerant, and I'm probably one of the most picky eaters ever. So I don't like gravy either. So I can't eat the cheese or the gravy. So I'm one to fucking speak about poutine, but Bilo, for example, fucking absolutely loves poutine. And there's some like really good fucking like kind of hole in the wall places that you can get some like bomb ass poutine up here. And we love it, man. We love it. And everybody else seems to dig it too, which is pretty fucking awesome. But I can speak to maple syrup, dude. The maple syrup that we have up here is like really fucking good. Actually, the last time that when I was on tour with Evelyn's Casket with Darker Days, Nick and David did so much to fucking hook me up and help me out, and I brought them a little fucking thing of like some like really fucking bomb ass Canadian maple syrup as a way to say thank you. So, and it seems like they really enjoyed it. Nick, it didn't last too long for Nick apparently. So I think they like it too, man. But yeah, no, we got some pretty good fucking maple syrup and poutine up here as well, for sure.
Damn. Okay. I'm trying to think of other stereotypes that we got for Canada. I have a friend in the UK, and when we talk, she's like, "Yeah, all Americans are stupid, fat, and lazy. That's what we hear about you guys over here." I'm like, "Well, you're mostly right, but there's exceptions." But I'm trying to think of other what else goes on in Canada. You mentioned South Park. I've seen you talk now, so I know your guys' heads don't do the Miss Pac-Man shit.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm not your buddy. Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
That's a funny fucking story, man. We were actually in Tennessee, and we were doing a show down there, and Brandel from Silent Horror and Brent came out to the show, and it was like crazy meeting them. But I was unloading some shit from the fucking van, and Brandel comes up to me, he's like, "Dude, you don't talk like a Canadian." And it's like, there's like some things that I know I do. Like I say a, like when I'm talking like to the guys in band practice, I say a all the time. But I don't know if you go out east, those are the guys that kind of mostly you hear the a boot, like all that kind of stuff, that kind of like that stereotypical kind of like Canadian talk and shit like that. A lot of those people are out east, and I'm kind of more west. So
Okay.
but maybe there's some words that I fucking say that kind of sound. Maybe I have an accent. That's always another thing I've been curious about too, is if I have an accent. You know,
You where does Nimvind hail from? Or what part of Canada are they from?
he's from Vancouver, so they're just like a fucking province or state over from us.
Okay. You guys sound very similar. It's an accent, obviously, but it's not a distinguishable one where you can hear it and be like, oh, that's Alberta or whatever. Because like California, we all sound like we're stoned all the time. We all do like this, bro, like lots of vocal fry and shit, bro. But you can always tell when someone's from California versus like you Tennessee. Tennessee's got a very recognizable accent.
Yeah, I love that southern draw too. I think it's really cool. 5 Cent, we did a show in West Virginia, and like honestly, West Virginia, if I were to move to any of the states, I think I would be heading to West Virginia. I don't know. I fucking went there, and I left a piece of my heart there. There's a piece of my heart in West Virginia. So, but they had that southern draw too, and I fucking, it's really cool. I fucking dig the southern draw for sure.
Yeah, dude, and especially because when you hear it like imitated by people who don't actually speak like that, they butcher it. But when someone actually has that accent, it's like a Middle Eastern accent. When they talk and they actually have it, it sounds very soft and very like alluring and cool. But yeah, man, like British accents too. When Americans do British, we do Cockney British. We do like the "Oh, mate, what are you doing over there, mate?" And we sound stupid.
Yeah.
But British people though sound fucking cool. Like it's just neat.
Yeah, totally, man. Totally.
Damn. So besides horror punk, besides playing in a band, besides riding motorcycles, what do you do to fill your time, man? What are some of your hobbies?
Oh, dude, I'm kind of a gym rat, man. I need my workout. It kind of like I got a lot of steam to blow off, so I just if when I hit the weights, man, it just kind of helps me kind of just clear my head a little bit. I've been doing that for the longest time, and I have a home gym. I kind of set my like half my basement. Half my basement is a fucking jam space for 5 Cent, and then the other half is a fucking workout space, and it's got all my fucking gear and shit like that. So I love working out. Guns too, man. I am a huge fucking gun guy. I fucking love guns, man. That's so that's something that I do too. I love fucking taking shit out and shooting and stuff like that. And it's fucking awesome. It's fucking awesome.
Fuck yeah. Okay, cool. So there's not Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna try and tiptoe around this. There's not a lot of gun fans that also are in horror punk in America. I am one of the exceptions, though. I fucking also love guns. I have a Beretta PX4 Storm that I can literally see right now. So when you say guns, you mean like rifle guns or like boring guns?
I mostly rifles, and see that's the thing in Canada here. We have very, very strict gun laws. Actually, they just banned handgun sales in Canada.
What?
So, yeah. So technically, now if you do not have a handgun from here on forth, you won't be able to get a handgun, to own a handgun. So, and they fucking just banned the AR-15 and the AR-10, which is the AR-10 is my dream gun. I would love to have a fucking AR-10, but that's not a thing anymore. So,
dude,
it's yeah.
What's the justification for banning a fucking handgun? Give me a break,
man. See, and that's the thing, right? Like, all the legal gun owners and stuff like that, we all follow the laws and we all register our fucking shit. It's not us that needs to be worried about, you know. We're good guys. We just like to fucking like have fun, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, just put
But
holes in things. That's what all we're doing. We're not killing people.
yeah, exactly, man, exactly. And that's the thing, man. So it's kind of an interesting thing in Canada. I hear California has some pretty like, are they pretty strict too with gun laws, or like?
Yeah, and unfortunately, because like a lot of things in California, and honestly, the rest of the United States, it's been politicized pretty hard. Like the people will use that to identify like where they sit politically. So that's why I said earlier, a lot of musicians in general, I don't want to single out punk, but a lot of musicians in general tend to lean pretty left, like pretty liberal. And you can be liberal and still like guns. Like one doesn't have to equal the other. You know what I mean? So, but to answer your question, California is one of the most liberal states in the country. So they don't like guns. They, anytime there's a shooting at a school or anywhere public like that, they immediately jump to the gun control thing. When in reality, it's a mental health thing. I don't understand why anybody would say, well, he went and killed a bunch of fucking elementary school kids because he had an AR-15. No, he did it because he's fucking crazy. He's off his pills.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. No, and that's exactly the thing, man. And I know maybe I could be wrong, but it part of me kind of feels like if there's like an incident, like a tragic incident like that happens in the States, Canada reacts to that and, you know, bans like, oh, say something happened in the States with such and such a fucking firearm, right? They're like, okay, that's fucking like banned, illegal, you know. So I don't know, man. I'm not a politician, so I'm not the best guy to fucking talk to about this shit. I just like fucking shooting shit, man. It's like, you know, we're not hurting anybody, right?
That's it. Just let us put holes in things. It's all we're, and maybe like a thermite charge here and there. Let us blow something up. But like for the most part,
exactly, man. Exactly. Absolutely. You're speaking my mind, brother.
fuck yeah. But yeah, like I said, man, when you guys come down here, I know some shooting ranges out in San Diego. We can go.
Oh, buddy, I will fucking take you up on that one,
Let's
man.
go. Let's go. So, guns, cool. We have that in common. Have you ever seen a ghost? Have you ever seen anything supernatural?
Oh, dude. Okay. This is a fucking topic right here,
Let's
man.
go. Let's go.
All right, dude. Okay, so fucking story time. I know I've fucking talked about this pretty much every fucking chance that I get, because this is like the only like, minus a couple dreams, I've had like a couple like, you know, that you get like a dream and you know that you've been like visited by like a kind of a spirit or an entity, because it's not like a regular dream. I've had that happen once, but this is like way back when I was in fucking high school, man. I was dating this girl at the time, and we did a birthday party. She had a birthday party, sorry, I should say, and they were like, oh, this is a fucking cool idea if we did a fucking Ouija board. So we were like, okay, let's fucking try Ouija board. And I've heard a lot of shit about that, and I was like, dude, I want to fucking like, I gotta fucking see this. I want to see what is up with this. So they made a Ouija board out of a pizza box, and so like me being kind of like a little skeptical of that whole thing, I was like, yeah, you know, yeah, let's fucking do it. Like whatever, it's a fucking pizza box. And we went downstairs in the basement. We had 3 fucking candles, and we are like doing our shit. There's only like, I think there was like four of us at the time, and we're all like, hey, let's like make a pact. Let's not fucking like, let's not fuck with each other here. Like, let's like, if something's gonna happen, let's like actually like fucking let it happen, so we can all know that it's real and not, you know, not some like somebody just fucking around. But yeah, dude, we had 3 candles, and we were doing our shit, and there was we asked what this like entity's name was, and it was spelled out Penelope. And that was interesting. And then we're like, give us a sign that you're like, give us a sign that you're here, like show us something. And we saw like a little candle flicker, right? And so I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. You're like, show us another sign. And then another fucking candle flickering. And there was like, that was like, the candles weren't flickering like that. It was like a fucking wind kind of fucking hit them, right? Whenever we asked for it. And it was like, that was weird. And then we showed, like, there was a few other people at this party. We're like, hey, fucking, y'all gotta fucking see this shit. Cause like something's going down here. And like, there's proof here. And yeah, dude, we were like, give us another sign. And dude, I shit you fucking not, man. One of these candles came flying right across my fucking face. There was nobody, dude. There was nobody around me. It's totally like I'm getting fucking goosebumps talking about it. But it hit the fucking wall with like force. Like it fucking hit this wall, and we like grabbed this candle, and there was 3 fucking scratches. These were brand new fucking candles. 3 scratches, and I didn't know what these fucking 3 scratches were. Like I talked to my mom about it, and apparently that's like some like sort of a demon-y thing. I don't know if that's like a, but dude, there were 3 huge indent scratches in this fucking candle that flew right past my face, dude. And one of these people, my buddies at the time, he was like fixated on this fucking candle. He would not take his eyes off this fucking thing. He would move it around. My girlfriend at the time, she gave this guy a fucking titty twister. We're at the computer table. Full send fucking titty. He didn't even react. He didn't even fucking flinch. It was just this fucking candle he was focusing on. And so we're like, dude, we need to get this thing the fuck out of there, because we distracted him, or somebody held him back or whatever. And we got rid of the candle, and he was like snapped out of it. And
what the fuck,
dude, that is like one of the craziest fucking experiences. And I probably sound fucking crazy, but dude, I am one of those like see it to believe it kind of people. And I fucking saw with my own 2 eyes. I experienced that. It ended up with him getting a fucking exorcism too. I wasn't there for that. I wasn't there for that part, but apparently he like fucking kicked the priest in the nuts and like fucking, but yeah, dude, and like I said, I can't attest to that because I wasn't there for that, but that candle part and the fucking fixation part, the titty twister part, I was there for that, man. And it was wild, man. That was hands down the most kind of like surreal, experience with the paranormal that I've had anyways.
What the fuck? That's insane, dude.
Right? Like, what about you, man? Have you had any kind of like paranormal experiences?
Oh, yes. So adjacent to this show, we also do we have a ghost hunting thing that we're putting together. We're trying to actually get it onto TV, but for right now it's going to be a YouTube thing. But a couple of buddies and me went to this last weekend. We went to a place down in it's a little further south down from us in a city called Marietta. There's this big fucking mill, like an old textile mill. And the story is, in the top 3 windows of it, you can see what looks to be like a little girl. And she's wearing either a purple or blue dress, and she has like a gold locket on. She leans out onto the little like terrace area outside of the window, the little ledge. And she'll go like this and kind of go, and then go back in and then run in a circle and keep doing it over and over and over and over again. So I told my buddies this. We went down there. My friend he happens to be a fucking drone operator. So we had a drone with the camera on it. He has a DSLR camera, like nice high-end camera, whatever. We get there and I'm like, just look up in the window, let your eyes adjust to it, and tell me what you see. So I didn't even have a chance to go back to my car. We're talking like it's not even 100 feet away from where we are. And he goes, oh shit, what the fuck is that? And I look up and I'm like, oh yeah, there she is. I've seen this a bunch of times. But he's like, what the fuck is that? I was like, I think it's a ghost. He's like, it kind of looks like a ghost. I'm like, I'm pretty sure it is. So he starts snapping off photos with his camera, and he has light adjustment and zoom and all this kind of stuff. So he actually caught a picture of whatever is up there. And I'll send you this photo. I have it.
Dude,
so
please.
The other thing that makes it more interesting is this. It's a window high up in a tower. It could have been anything, right? It could have been like a fucking bird or a bat. What is something like a curtain leaning out, whatever. He took the drone up there and flew it level with the window, like 8 feet away from that opening. There's nothing there. It's a blank opening. So we have both shots. We're gonna do a video on it pretty quick here, but that's like one of literally, bro, probably 200 or 300 things. I've fucked with the occult and the paranormal like most of my adult life, like for the last like 15 years.
Man, that is fucking wild, dude.
Yeah,
Do you guys have like a YouTube page that y'all do like
we're
these
built.
investigations and shit?
Yeah, we're literally building it out right now. We're trying to. You know, American Horror Story.
I've definitely heard of it. Yeah.
Okay, so there's a guy. There was a one of the seasons was called 1984, and one of the actors from that season, his name is Sean, and I became buddies. And he's him, his partner, me, and then probably one other guy are going to start this whole thing up and make a channel out of it, like make a continuing thing about it. But we're literally doing that like right now. We're building it out now.
Oh, dude, you got my support, man.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That is super fucking cool, man.
When
That is
you
super fucking cool.
when you come down, you and your band, I'm gonna take you. Fuck, we'll take your whole band. We'll take your whole band.
Yeah.
Take you guys. Take Rick or Treat because I think he wants to. I don't know how much of a he believes in ghosts, but he doesn't like. I don't think he's ever had like a face-to-face interaction with a ghost, like a supernatural entity. But
Yeah.
it'd be fun for all of us to either go out to somewhere like that, or maybe I know a guy who happens to run seances. So maybe we could do like a fucking horror punk seance. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Dude, sign me the fuck up, man. I am like totally down. It would be really cool because I and Steve Morbid of 5 Cent. I fucking love that dude with all my cold black heart, but he is a little bit of a skeptic when it comes to that. He's always respectful. I fucking love him and I respect for it. He's always respectful, but he I don't know if he fully fucking believes that that is paranormal is a real thing, and that's why I actually wanted to do a Ouija board with him because I would keep telling him my story, and he'd be like, "Oh, well, it could be, maybe it could be this, or like maybe it could be that." Always respectful. So I fucking love and respect Steve for that. But if we could bring Steve along there too, I would love to see what he thinks about that, just out of curiosity's sake. Because I've been talking to him about that for fucking years, man. But I've never had like an experience like that, dude. If we did a fucking seance, man, I that would be the fucking coolest shit ever, dude. Sign me the fuck up. Sign me the fuck up.
Dude,
I'm in.
we
Dude,
we will
sick.
make that shit happen. I will make that thing happen. I know a guy. I just met him. It's weird, Nikki. The timing of things in life. I swear, sometimes it's real weird. But I just met him. Shit, for the first time, not even a week ago, and he's part of an organization. But he was telling me about he's a trained stage magician, but he also does seances. He's a trained hypnotist. He knows how to do dowsing, like using dowsing rods and shit. And he's like, we're gonna do a I don't know if I'm they're gonna do, I don't think I'm supposed to talk about this too much, but they're gonna do a seance for a notable magician's death coming up. So I'm like, bro, bring me along to that. Yeah, it's fucking weird when you start to dig into the occult and you start finding those types of things, but it's pretty cool, dude.
So now, obviously, you have experience with it, man. But like Ouija boards, like, give me your like take on Ouija boards, man. Like, I'm curious.
Ouija boards. I've only used a Ouija board a couple times. One of the times we got kind of unfavorable results, but shit. We had I'm trying to figure out a way to frame this and not get anyone in trouble. We were with someone who should not have been present around a Ouija board. I'll say that.
Oh, okay.
If you catch my drift.
Yep.
So they were with us when we were using the Ouija board. It was one guy who sounds a lot like Steve. He was a skeptic. He was like a very not materialistic as in like he likes, clothes or money or whatever, but materialist as in like if I don't see it, it's not real. Like very much a skeptic.
Yeah.
Like if he wasn't breathing, you'd have a hard time convincing him air was real type of guy.
Yeah.
So he was there with us, and that was my other buddy. His name's AJ. His whole point was to show the skeptic guy that Ouija boards work. Aaron, the skeptic guy, was like, you guys are just going to pull on it. You're going to yank on it. You're going to fuck with it. Like, I know the game, bro. Like, you can't use a Ouija board to prove this. So we're like, all right, let's try. So there was a girl with us. The girl was the person that should not have been present in that room. We didn't know what we were doing. We were young. We were probably late teens, early 20s. And as soon as we sat down, you could just feel like pressure. The room felt heavy. And so we started it and we asked questions. You know, we did the whole thing. When you start with the Ouija board, there's rules. You're not supposed to use a Ouija board in a cemetery. You never use a Ouija board by yourself, and you never use a Ouija board in front of a mirror. Those are the rules with Ouija. And there's other ones too. Say hello, say goodbye, always close the circle, close the conversation. Don't allow the spirit to think that, you know, it can just stick around, whatever. Those are the rules, right? So we do all the right things, quote unquote. And we ask questions. We ask basic questions like how many people are in the room? 4. What color is AJ's hair? Brown. Stuff like that, just to test it. And then we started asking more intense questions. AJ asked, like, is there life after death? And it said yes. And we were like, oh shit, like, oh fuck. Aaron the whole time just sitting there with his arms crossed, like, fuck you guys, this isn't fucking real. So it keeps going on, and as we're getting more into it, I notice the girl present has not said anything. She hasn't really moved. She hasn't really blinked. She's kind of just sitting there, staring face forward, not even at the board. So I forgot the question that AJ asked. AJ asked a question, and before the planchette moved, the girl said, I need to leave right now. I have to go home. I need to leave right now. I have to go home. I need to leave right now. I have to go home. She just kept saying it over and over and over and over. And we were like, oh, what the fuck? Okay. So I get up. I'm a little freaked because it's like, you know, that's not normal. And so I get over there, flick on the light. She stands up. She looks at me and she said, you made the biggest fucking mistake of your life tonight. And then she walked outside, and that was the last time I ever saw her. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was about. I don't know if it was even supernatural, but I felt her presence darken before the Ouija board like really even came out. So I don't know what that was. That was the last time I ever messed with the Ouija board. Every other time was very uneventful. Nothing really too wild happened. But that time, that was pretty weird.
Dude, that's like giving me goosebumps right now, man.
Yeah, me too. I fucking haven't even.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no one asks about Ouija boards. I haven't told that story in a long time.
That's crazy. So now, I just, out of fucking curiosity, have you like experienced anything weird that you might attribute to that experience that you had then, or like, really?
Yeah, there's been a few things. My thing is always this though. Forewarned is forearmed. So if something like that happens to you, you want to kind of know the parameters of the game, right? Like what's going on? What are we dealing with here? Because I didn't know anything prior to that about the supernatural. We were kids fucking with the Ouija board. We literally didn't know any better. And so I got into like witchcraft a little bit. I had a friend who was a practicing Wiccan. So I was like, hey, can you kind of like guide me through this so I'm not stupid when it comes to anything like spiritual or occult? So she helped me through that. I read a lot about it. So whether the stuff I've experienced was my own faults going out looking for that kind of stuff, or was it a result of that, it's kind of hard to say.
Yeah, it makes sense. Oh man, that's crazy, man. Ouija boards, and that's like I was saying, man. I'm one of those like see it to believe it kind of people, and I was like mocking this shit because I did not fucking expect, you know, a pizza board fucking Ouija board thing, like pizza box Ouija board. I was like, I fucking even quoted Lordy, the devil is a loser and he's my bitch. I kept fucking saying that over and over again, right? Because I didn't fucking believe it. But it was wild, man. And I actually just come to think of it now. I remember after I was like mocking this thing, there was me and this other dude that was there. We were the only 2 males that were doing it, and him and I were both like trying to be like macho man, like fucking like all that kind of shit. And we were mocking this thing, and I remember I had a bunch of like 3 scratches on my back, like decent fucking size scratches on my back, and I didn't feel it fucking. I was telling my mom about it, and I looked in the fucking mirror because he sent a picture to the group chat. He's like, dude, my fucking back's like wrecked, and he's like sends a picture of his fucking back with all the scratches and shit. And I look in the mirror and I look at my back and there's a bunch of fucking scratches, like decent sized scratches. I didn't feel a fucking thing though. I wouldn't have known that they were there if he wouldn't have let me know. But my back was all fucking red and there was 3 scratches like in every kind of fucking like it was all in 3s. Fucking wild, man.
Bro.
I didn't remember that until we just started talking about this now, man. But yeah, dude, fucking wild. And yeah, my mom has always fucking told me to like never fucking Ouija boards, and me being a fucking like, rebellious fucking teenager, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be fucking fine. Actually, Bilo was at that party, and as well too, Bilo Von Gacy was at that same exact party. And as soon as we were talking about Ouija boards, he was like, "Nah, dude, fuck this shit, I'm out." And that was like a super smart decision because it was crazy. And Buddy fucking actually sent us like videos of like doors randomly closing and his like carpet would like spontaneously combust in like certain spots, and then he would like zoom in on it and it wouldn't be. And dude, I've seen this with my own eyes. Like it was fucking wild, man. And you would zoom in on it and there would be no fucking trace of any kind of fire, man. But it was like it was fucking wild, dude. It's fucking wild. So that's why I'm like, I am super fucking interested in your like, paranormal experiences and like documenting that. Please let me know when that is coming out, man. Because like I said, you got my full support. I would love to see that, man.
Oh,
That'd be
yeah, dude.
awesome.
Oh yeah, you guys are gonna be part of it. We're gonna film that seance. That's gonna happen. Let me tell you, I tripped balls when you said three scratches. I'll tell you why really quick.
Mm-hmm.
We were This is a long story. I'm gonna condense it. It may not make a whole lot of sense, but we were at this place. We had a stick that we think was it was like a hiking stick, and we don't know if it was like if because like they say spirits can like attach to physical shit. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know if it was like that situation or what it was. Whatever it was, we had to stick with us from a haunted place that we know was haunted. We've had stuff happen there before. We bring it home to my buddy's cousin's house. And when we show up, as soon as we get there, we get out of the car. We're like, yo, we have the stick. We want to show it to you, blah, blah, whatever. We want to tell you the story. I forget why we were there exactly. But as soon as we got to his house, power went out. So we were like, all right, that happens. He lives in like a mobile home, sometimes breakers trip, whatever. Not a big deal. So we're going back into the garage where his little like, fucking HQ is or whatever. And we sit down, lights go out again. And we're like, all right, this is kind of weird. So we stand up and I'm like, yo, I think it's that stick or whatever. I'm going to take it outside. Lights go out again. This time I feel fire across my back, down straight down the middle, like down my spine. And so I'm like, what the fuck? So I thought literally somebody had like cut me with a knife or some shit. So I fall back down onto the couch where I was sitting, and the lights come back on. His cousin gets the fucking breaker flipped or whatever. I stand up, lift up my shirt. I'm like, yo, what's on my back? And it was 3 red claw marks, bro. Same shit as you. Same shit. I literally told this story on a different podcast. Like, this shit happened. This is real. It's
Dude.
something about 3, bro. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like the Holy Trinity, the Father, Son, Holy Ghost, like if it's an inversion of that, like some satanic shit, but whatever it is, there's something significant about 3.
Oh man, that I'm getting goosebumps again, dude. Holy shit, that's fucking wild.
Bro. You imagine how I felt. You're just like, yeah, bro, I had 3 red scratches. I'm like, fuck me too. It's the same fucking demon or whatever. Like,
Dude, now I'm fucking curious, man. There's gotta be like something. There's like something with that 3, because like I like it was fucking distinct. And like on the candle too, like that I was saying, and that fucking like thing with the candle, it was all 3, man, groups of 3. So like I'm very curious to see what the fuck that is about, man. Like that's
the sto-
crazy. Holy
the
shit.
the lore behind it, the thought behind it is this, because 3 is like a super 3, 6, and 9 are very common numbers in anything dealing with the occult or the esoteric. So 3 in a like a malevolent sense, something that's trying to hurt you. When you have something like 3 knocks or 3 things get pushed over, 3 windows break or whatever it is, it's supposed to be like a mockery of the Holy Trinity. So it's in most and again, it's not like a hard science, it's not like fucking math, but in a lot of
Mhm.
occult minded people's best estimations, it is the sign of something. You can call it demonic, you can call it evil, but it's the sign of something mocking Christ.
Okay, okay. That makes sense, man. That makes sense.
We sound like
Holy,
it's not uncommon to feel like a crazy person talking about this stuff. I want you to know you're not alone in that.
Okay, thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, because I like I said, man, and there's like I respect anybody who believes in what they want to believe in, and if they like don't believe me and like maybe think that there's something else going on, that's like totally cool. But like it's just like I've been there. I've fucking seen it with my own two eyes. Like it's not like I was fucking like taking drugs or anything. Like I saw it with my own two eyes, and there's others who could back my story up. It's just it's so fucking much to unpack with that, man. And I think it's super fucking interesting.
It's
Super fucking
unfortunate. It is, and that's why it's so fucking unbelievable because like it doesn't happen often. It's not a common thing. I think it takes like certain types of people in certain events on certain days or certain times, whatever it is, like it's not normal. It's
yeah.
fucking so uncommon. And like when you have someone like a skeptic who's even if they're respectful, they're like, I'm sure you believe you saw that. But when you have other people to vouch for you, it's like, no, bro, this wasn't like some kind of mass delusion. Like we watched that shit happen. We were using a fucking pizza box with Ouija board shit drawn on it. Like we didn't expect anything to happen. And now the
Yep.
floor is catching on fire. Like this is fucking real.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, this is like kind of it's actually not really off topic, but do you know any people that can like physically see like an apparition? Like
Yes.
I used to know people that were like this was actually the same ex-girlfriend that I did that party, the Ouija board with. Her cousin could see entities, and we were at my parents' place. This was back when Beal and I were living at my parents' place, and we were all in the backyard. I think we were just like hanging out or whatever. And she's like, "Yeah, there's like I forget how the conversation started, but she's like, yeah, I can see like apparitions and stuff like that. I can see ghosts like physically." And I was like, "Well, so what? Do you see anything like now?" And she's like, "Yeah, there's like a little girl right by your little like treehouse sort of a thing." And this was like right after my grandma passed away, and I was like really fucking. Beal and I were both really close to her, and she's like, "Yeah, she's a little girl," and she's like coming like right beside me. Apparently, is what she was saying, and I'm like, "This is like too fucking much." And yeah, she's like, "Yeah, no." She just wants to like hold your hand. She's like a little girl. She's saying that she's your grandma, but she doesn't want to intimidate you. So she's like, appearing in like kind of a, younger girl to try and kind of, make me feel more comfortable. And I was like, I was shook, dude. I was like, I don't want to be because I fucking love my grandma, but like I don't want to be disrespectful, but like, dude, this is like too fucking much. And she's like totally comfortable. She's like, yeah, no, she's right beside you right now. She's trying to hold your hand, and I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is going on, man? I don't know. And I was curious to see if you knew anybody that kind of like could see entities and shit like that, just on like the plane that we're on right now, right? Like,
Yeah, it's dude, it's a weird thing because if you take that to a medical professional, they're gonna say it's like something like schizophrenia. And
mm-hmm.
I mental illness is obviously real, but at the same time, like I wonder if there's something in a person's mind that like filters that shit out so you don't see it. And then
Mm-hmm.
some people have like a crack in the filter and they can sort of see things sometimes in certain places. And yes, to answer your question though, yes, I had a friend named Lee who was the one that got me into Wicca, actually. She got into witchcraft because she had that and she thought she was crazy. Turns out she wasn't crazy. She was just, call it second sight or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, she could see spirits. She could see she had this weird I guess you could call it a skill. She could make wind blow like on command. It was really weird. It was really, really weird. But yeah, she was in good.
Sorry,
No, it's
sorry.
okay.
Like outside or like inside, or is it like specific or?
Didn't matter. we were we,
Oh,
we were
dude.
sitting in my parents' garage one time, and we weren't even doing anything like paranormal. We were playing like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater or some shit. And
Mhm.
that guy AJ was there. My buddy Clayton was there, and then Lee was there. Lee and Clayton, I think at the time were dating. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, and she was talking to AJ about it because AJ was trying to learn how to do this too. We had this like little like we thought we were gonna be like Charmed or The Craft or whatever, like the guys
Yeah,
that
yeah.
have witchcraft. And she was trying to teach AJ how to do this because she had demonstrated for us earlier that day. Have you ever heard of cloud bursting? Do you know what that is?
I don't think so, man.
Okay, I you can't prove this is the bitch of it, but I watched her say, "Look at that cloud up there. This is one of big ass cumulonimbus, fluffy fucking marshmallow clouds." She's like, "Watch that cloud," and then as I was doing it, it broke. It like split. It fractured, and I was like, "All right, what?" And she's like, "I broke that with my mind." I was like, "Bullshit," and then she did it again, and it did it again. It's like maybe you know something I don't about clouds. Like maybe like I don't know what it was, but she was going back and forth with him, and she's like, "It's really easy, AJ. All you have to do is just stop talking for a minute." He's like, "Do it right now, then." And so I paused the game. We're sitting there, in the garage is closed. We're not like the door's not open or whatever. So we're sitting there, and then just really quick, very faint, but I felt it go by, and I was like, "Oh, it's so fucking creepy, man." But yeah,
Oh,
she could see spirits. She like we're running out of time, but I want to tell this story very quickly.
yep, yep.
We went to this place, very haunted place. I'll send you the link to the podcast where I talk about it more in depth, but it's very haunted. And there was multiple floors. There's 4 floors in it. And she went up to the top where like the vortices of the ghosts was supposed to be or whatever, like the center of it. So she goes up there and she is nervous to an appropriate degree because we had to break in. It was like criminal trespassing to get in there, but
Yeah.
so she was nervous about that. And then obviously she's sensitive to shit. Like she could feel things in rooms and all that. So we go up there and she went in the room and then immediately darted to the back corner and curled up in the fetal position and started crying, like having like a fucking breakdown. We literally had to lift her up, like one arm over one guy, another arm over another guy, and literally walk her out of there. She couldn't walk. She was fucking paralyzed by whatever was in that room, like whatever energy was in there.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild, man. It's cool that you're into this as well, man. I've really enjoyed picking your brain about this, man, and I hope to fucking pick your brain about it more because I have so many more questions. I have a feeling that you're more in tune with it than I am, and I want to get there. I just don't know how to get there. You know what I mean? And I would love to fucking. I've always said to the guys like we should do like a fucking like haunted tour or like stay in a haunted like motel when we're on the fucking road and stuff like that. Because there's a lot of really cool places in the States that are like I hear that are like kind of haunted and paranormal activity. Because I would love to fucking do that. I don't know how much I would want to do that by myself, like just me, Nikki, on my fucking lonesome. But I would fucking I like big group of all y'all. That seance, man. You let me know. I am fucking there. I am 100%.
Dude, just
There.
give me dates. Give me the date and I will set it up. I will make sure it happens. I can't say Rick or Treat will be there one way or the other, but Rick, I'm kind of calling you out on this podcast. You better be there.
I hope you're there too, Rick. I hope you're there, man.
He has to come now. All right, Nikki.
We'll be in contact.
Oh, fuck, dude. I have so many things I'm gonna send you after this. I've been keeping a list.
Please. Right on, man.
What do you want to promote? What do you want to get out there? Do you want people to follow you? Go ahead. I'm gonna let you have the last 2 minutes of this. Just go ham.
Perfect. All right. First off, I would like to fucking say a massive thank you to everybody that has supported 5 Cent Freak Show and has supported me and my endeavors as well. I want to say a massive thank you. Without all y'all, I wouldn't be where I am right now, and 5 Cent wouldn't be where we are right now. And we appreciate it so much. Massive shout out to Robot Monster Inc. We just signed with them, and we have a lot in the works. We are actually going to be doing some pretty fucking awesome shit tomorrow at rehearsal in regards to that project that we have on the go with them. So stay tuned for that. Follow us. We're on like fucking Facebook, Instagram, like you name it, we are there. We have all of our music on every kind of fucking streaming platform, Bandcamp, you fucking name it. We are out there, and a massive thank you to you for fucking having me on this podcast, my man. I appreciate it so much. And I hope to fucking meet you when we go to California and play in California when we are doing Cemetery Youth Part 3.
No hope required, bro. I will be there. I promise you. Like I said, send me dates. We'll talk on the IG and we'll set it up.
Absolutely, my man. Thank you so much.
Rock and roll. Nikky Casket, thank you so much. I will catch you next time. Thank you for watching Arts and Crafts with Zoo Dark.